Hello, everybody, and welcome to the TrustSwap Launchpad interview series with ME3. My name is Brett, and I'll be your host. Today, I'm joined by my guests, Matthew Ainscow, founder of ME3, and their CMO, Mark Homeier. Thanks for joining us today. How you both doing?
Very well, Brett. Greetings and greetings to the TrustSwap team. It's a pleasure to be joining you guys on my Saturday morning. My name is Matthew Ainscow. I'm the founder of ME3. I'm a Web3 entrepreneur with over 5 years in the crypto space and more than 15 years in the capital markets with traditional TradeFi exits and also a proud patent holder. Mark, would you just like to give a little bit of introduction on yourself, please?
Sure. Hi, guys. Very happy to be here. Thanks, TrustSwap guys, for getting us over. My name is Mark Homeier. I'm the CMO. I'm also deeply involved in like the tokenomics and the token utility on the platform. So I've been in crypto professionally, I've been in crypto since 2017. Worked on quite a few different projects. I came to crypto from VR gaming. So that was a very cool way to get into it because we were trying to build things on blockchains before there was even NFTs, and nobody knew what to do about it. So very excited about the space, very excited about decentralized architecture and decentralized money in general. And I'm one of those passionate people that really loves what crypto does, and I hate the banks and I hate fiat, and I just really want to make stuff that works for everybody to kind of get as much of the economy over there as we possibly can. So really excited to be here, and thank you guys.
Glad that we agree on a few things. Two very strong backgrounds. I'm very excited to hop into the chat. But before we dive in, a quick reminder that to everyone watching the video to please subscribe, hit the bell notification button, and like this video for more Launchpad news, TrustSwap updates, and a little exclusive content when it comes out. All right, guys, we're excited to have you here today on the interview series. I'm looking forward to the chat. Let's get it started, shall we?
Sure. So I guess what really makes ME3 stand out in the digital realm is effectively our innovative approach to blending esports, DeFi, and community management. We are aiming to revolutionize esports and gaming fans in the way they interact with their favorite teams, moving beyond passive viewership to active participation through prediction pools and to support to win features. This not only enhances fans' engagement, but also fosters a deeper sense of community. We're looking to lead the way in fostering inclusivity within the DeFi space, extending access to crypto investments, and seamlessly blending them with the excitement of sports and gaming. We're hoping the platform will reinstate fairness and enjoyment for both players within the gaming economy, but also leveraging blockchain technology and ensuring transparency and security, building trust amongst users. Additionally, we are aiming to empower our community with governance rights, allowing token holders to influence platform decisions, promoting a sense of ownership and accountability.
Incredible. Yeah, I've gotten to take a dive into the pretty much all of your resources, working at TrustSwap, and I've been super impressed from what I've seen. I've been super impressed by the team. It's been very exciting to get a chance to take a look at all this. I'm curious to learn a little bit more about how your product works. So I don't gamble too much, but I definitely do like to dabble. And we got the Super Bowl coming up here soon. I'm a big American football fan. So, I'll probably be doing a little bit of that. How would somebody like me get involved with ME3?
I can handle that. And, you're our perfect customer, actually. I wish we could say we would make the Super Bowl to have our pools open, but, we won't be able to do that. But the first way you'll be able to get involved is our launch mechanic of our token is actually called a hype pool. And we're doing betting based on crypto projects, which is a fun. We have basically taken, social engagement campaigns, and we've shoved betting into it, and we've kind of mixed it up and made our own blend of it, which we call hype pools. And so the first thing you'll be able to get involved in is hype pools. Now, as the platform goes on, you'll be able to, we'll obviously expand this to other competitions like the Super Bowl and World Cup and of course, esports. So there'll be more and more things you'll see on our site that you'll be available to bet in. But that's kind of where we want to get people. We're actually looking for people like you, because I bet if you go on the typical gaming site, you're going to see like odds and it's very confusing. You may not know how to do it. It's kind of made for a professional gambler. It's not made in a fun and friendly way for people that have no experience in it and don't want to go figure out what's what to use and just kind of gamble against other casual players. And so that's where we fit in.
Amazing. Well, it sounds like something I'm going to need to check out, because those things are always the things that confuse me. That's for sure.
Yep.
I'm always stuck there. You brought it up, and it's good for the next question that I actually had in line is other sites. What makes you stand out from your competitors? So why should somebody who's been using something, or somebody who's thinking about using something, why should they switch over to ME3?
Yep, that's another great question, Brett. So I'll handle that if you don't mind, Mark. I mean, there's some really solid and innovative players in our space. I think the most interesting project is Polymarket, and they did a really outstanding job with the Bitcoin ETF Get Approved launch. It generated a huge amount of interest, created a lot of daily volume and user interaction, and crucially, it brought new users to the space. So they proved that this model works. You can actually monetize, and you can have prolonged interest in the product. You've also got other players such as Cloudbet and JetBit. They also have these sort of slick, seamless interfaces in this very fast-growing industry. I guess what differentiates ourselves compared to our competitors is we offer a first non-odds based betting. So in short, we offer a participation model that moves away from traditional odds-based gaming systems. So what do we actually mean by that? We offer a more inclusive and engaging experience focused on team support rather than just winning odds. Whenever there's an esports tournament or any type of competition, ME3 will create something we like to call pools. And this model stems from the idea of a more old school, traditional style betting. Winners receives, the losers stake. In terms of the yield battle feature, and this is for people who are risk adverse and they don't want to use their principal bet, we have a unique Gamblify feature allowing participants to earn yields on their stakes. Essentially, participants pool their assets, begin to produce a yield. Both Team A and Team B produce stakes, and they provide a dividend. In the yield battle, the winning team receives the yield generated by the wager, plus the yield of the team that lost. With all fans of DeFi innovations, we aim to integrate elements of DeFi, providing financial rewards alongside the excitement of gaming. And then finally, we have a fan-centric engagement in the way to success. So our entire platform is designed with the goal of improving the fan and user experience and interaction with their favorite esports teams and players.
Thanks for sharing all that, Matt. Can you guys tell me a little bit about the go-to-market strategy? It's obviously a very big part of all the projects after launch. And I think post-launch, our community is always very interested in that. So a little bit about go-to-market.
Sure, I can actually take that one for us. The great thing about our project is our go-to-market is actually happening while we're launching our token with the hype pool. The hype pool is basically a simplified version of the entire platform, and it has the first version of all-in betting, where with Matthew explained so well, which is the traditional old days gambling system of winners taking losers' money, and then yield battle, which is your sophisticated DeFi, lowers your risk and lets you still have fun on things, gambling option. And so that's our first go-to-market. Because we're actually promoting that while we're launching our token, and it runs over the token launch and into the first few months of our token being live. And that platform is actually basically an alpha version of the future platform that actually handles all the betting and creating with pools and everything. So we've got that as a first step. The second step is we have organic interest in a lot of pools like yourself. You're a Super Bowl fan. There's a lot of people out there that are soccer fans. There's just a whole lot of opportunities for us to put pools up for very popular contests that everyone likes, and for series that will have this kind of fun engagement home. And then the other two things that we'll be doing to go to market are working on events with some of our partners and experimenting with O2O, online to offline engagement on events with the pools, which is another gambling option that's not very well represented in Web3 right now. And then finally, we will be able to work with the brands and companies on possibly deploying their own hype pools and working as a B2B on producing fan engagement for companies and games and new games that are coming out that are starting to get into esports, and they need to really, soup it up. And we can come in and we can actually work as a third party to help them with their fan engagement. So our engagement is built right into our system from get-go.
I love it. It makes things very, very simple, very streamlined. And there's a lot of marketing activities there to keep people interested. And I know one thing, that hype pool has me real excited. I know we got a chance to speak about it offline a little bit. I'm real excited about the hype pool. TrustSwap community. We're going to have a ton of links in the video bio. There's going to be links to the ME3 socials. There's going to be links to documentation, all this stuff. You're going to want to check this one out. This is going to be a big one, I think. So we're going to drop all the links that we need below, and we'll make sure that you guys have access to that. Getting to the fun part. We have a really strong community. They like to know a thing or two about what's going on, and we like to provide them with a little peek behind the curtains if you guys can. Can you guys give us a sneak peek on any big alpha coming up? Something behind the scenes that we can let the community know about, maybe a little bit before everybody else, because that'd be really fun.
Oh yeah, it would be my pleasure. So if you don't mind, Mark, I'm gonna kick it off, and then you can give them a little bit of a flavor at the end of what to expect with our electrifying launch of the ME3 hype pool. And this is a subset of our stake to win battle designed for our fervent fans. And this isn't just your ordinary cheering session. It's a strategic showdown where your passion, social media skills, and esports knowledge becomes the key to triumph. Essentially, we're staking your preferred team's pools and completing designated social media support tasks, significantly boosting your team's chances of emerging victorious. The hype pool introduces a dynamic reward system, with the absolute winner claiming a whopping 80% of the winnings. Even the teams in the losing bracket don't go empty-handed, as they secure a consolation prize of 20% of the total winnings. But that's not all. Contributors to the hype pool also grant access and points to redeem ME3 rewards, adding an extra layer of excitement to this immersive experience. Welcome to the ME3 hype pool, where passion meets crypto and competitive spirit takes center stage in a social media battle royale. Join us in this exclusive domain and let the convergence of enthusiasm, crypto intrigue, and esports mastery unfold. Mark?
Yeah.
Would you like to add a little bit of flavor there?
Of course. Guys, we worked really hard on this to gamify it. The whole thing is gamified. We wanted it to be fun. We wanted it to be engaging. We worked with a lot of partners and had a lot of really good influence on this. And basically, we are not spending on marketing. There's no marketing for ME3. We're not marketing our token. What we're doing is we're taking all of the tokens and money that we could have done for that, and we're slamming it into an incentive program, and we're giving it to the users that actually enter the hype pool. So we're actually putting our money where our mouth is, and we're making all of that available to the people that join. And the earlier you get in, we've also gamified it, so the earlier you get in, the better you do. If you're in the early rounds of the private, you have special access. So we've done everything we can to make it really fun for people to get in early and get a lot of rewards out of it in multiple different ways, not just the winnings of the actual pools themselves.
I love it. You're really putting your money where your mouth is when you said it's fan centric and it's about the community.
Yeah.
To take that and give that back to the community who supports you from
Yeah.
day one. Like it's a no brainer, right?
Yeah.
We had this, there was this eureka moment where we were sitting there, we were looking at marketing budget, we were looking at marketing tokens, and we were just like, why don't we give it all? Like we were like, what it goes, how much it goes here, how much goes there? Why don't we give it all to the fans? Like, why don't we just make this as big as possible and just put everything there and depend on the fans to actually promote? And so that's what we did. We basically, we're depending on the communities to promote, and we've made it so that the people who promote, they get percentages on the promotion, so like they get more and more and more. So the more you promote, the earlier you get in, the more you promote, the more you're rewarded with ME3 tokens. So anybody can actually win in this, which is, we thought that was awesome. When it came out, we were like, that's what we're doing. Slam it all in there. Done.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, I know the TrustSwap community is going to love it. And we talked about this like a second ago, but guys, links below, all the documentation you're going to need is going to be in the YouTube video. It's going to be on social media. You're going to want to keep up because, especially with our community, doing the Launchpad, we're going to have a real good opportunity to get in there and really, really make a difference. I think that TrustSwap community is going to show up really well. Speaking of community, can you guys tell me how the community gets involved with the project, like from the start?
The biggest thing is the IDO on TrustSwap. That is basically going to give invites to our hype pool. So if you join the IDO and you get a part of the private sale, then you get access to the hype pool. Once the hype, and there is going to be limited access, because this is kind of the thing. It's got to be about community. It's got to be about people inviting other people. Otherwise, it's no fun. And so basically those first invite codes are very limited. And so you have to get your friends to do it. And there's ways to get more invite codes by, contributing to the pools. And so people need to get into the IDO, gets you into the hype pool early. Then if you get into the hype pool early and you put some money in, then you actually get a much bigger reward down the road when the incentives come out. So that's what we envision for people to get involved.
Fantastic. And we all know that the launch is coming up on February 9th at 5 p.m. UTC. TrustSwap community. If you have that swap score of 4,000 or higher, you're going to get that guaranteed allocation. And we want to go. We're super excited for this one. And I'm going to be definitely dabbling with a little bit of ME3, especially because this thing's basically made for me.
Is it wrong if I make the first bet? Nobody's answered this yet. I want to.
I feel like we got to save it for the community with all the community.
Yeah,
talk.
I know. But it's betting, right? Like, can I bet too? I just want.
Wait, can I bet on who's going to make the first bet? Does that mean I made the first bet?
Oh, there we go. We could do a pool on that later, I think.
I love it. Awesome, fellas. Well, first, I really want to thank you for joining me, both of you on the call. I know you're super busy. I know this is a busy time for the project. Do you have any final words for the community before we cut the video and get back to work?
No, I'd just like to extend our gratitude, obviously, Brett and the TrustSwap team for taking the time to put this very polished AMA together. We're really excited about the prospect of us working closely, both with yourselves and your outstanding community. And obviously, we're pumped as we get closer towards our token generation event. And it marks a pivotal moment where we're eager not only to contribute to the TrustSwap ecosystem, but also to foster meaningful connections with the community that surrounds it. That sounds a bit cliched, but we actually do really mean it. Mark, do you have any final thoughts around that?
Yeah. So, guys, come in, be a part of this initial pool on TrustSwap. Get your code, share it with your friends, join the hype pool. Support the crypto project that you think's the best. Share it on social media. It's all built in, so like you'll see what you have to do. You got to do it right there. Game it a bit, have some fun. We'll even have like some lucky spins on that too. So like if you do more, you get lucky spins. But yeah, the more that the community shares, talks about it, posts about it, and does everything to make people know about it, then the people like you that just like simple betting are going to find us. We just need the community to help amplify so we can take those people out. Let the professional gamblers go to the professional gambling sites, and let's just have some fun around betting against each other rather than against the house. And that's what I'd like the community to do for us.
I love it. Make sure to do all those, and don't forget to place your first bet. Not financial advice.
Not
Not financial advice.
Exactly.
I will be, though. Well,
Yeah.
I had a pleasure chatting with both of you, first of all. And from the bottom of our hearts here at TrustSwap, I want to thank you both for joining us today and sharing your vision for ME3. I also want to thank the audience and our super strong swap community who always shows up for watching this week's TrustSwap interview series. Don't forget, you got to like, subscribe, leave some comments with some questions. We'll definitely make sure to answer those in the Telegram channels. The ME3 team and I would definitely be happy to continue this conversation. For those interested in getting involved in the ME3 community, make sure to check the links in the description below and join the ME3 Telegram channel. The Telegram channel is always the best place to get that alpha first. That's where you're going to learn about the upcoming news. Becoming an early member is the best way to contribute to ME3's future success. Again, thanks everybody. We appreciate you for joining us. We look forward to the launch. Mark it on your calendars, February 9th at 5 p.m. UTC. Come join us on the TrustSwap Launchpad. Thanks, ME3 team, and thanks everybody for watching. Take care, and we'll see you again soon.
Thanks so much, Brett. Take care.
Thanks, Brett.